All right, so I got two, I guess 2-in-1 stick vacuums here. One I'm gonna actually take back. The first one I bought a couple of days ago was the BISSELLBOLT, and it's much more geared, or it's geared towards pets. It comes with a couple of attachments that are specific to pets. You can see the two attachments there. The second one is the one I bought today. It's from Hoover. You can see both of them side by side. I guess the main differences are the Hoover is a 20 volt. It uses a lithium battery according to their advertising. And the Bissell is a 14.4 volt. And it's just kind of doesn't have a separate or a separate or a detached battery like the Hoover has that goes in the back in that slot there. This one plugs into a docking station. Immediately off the top, some of the things I see is the Bissell has to stand, or has to be kept in the docking station when it's not in use. Not a big deal. Well, actually, look, there it goes. It's standing up on its own now. But for the most part, unless you can figure out how to balance it, it has to be in the docking stand. This one can stand on its own. The Hoover stands on its own. So you can see the head comparison. They're basically both the same size. The only attachment that the Hoover comes with is this thing. That's the only attachment that it comes with. The Hoover is about $40 more than the Bissell one. The Bissell, you can see the handle has some functionality. One of the things about the Bissell is if you activate by pressing the little trigger button, you see how you can move the handle, so you get some more flexibility or maneuverability there by being able to do that. Whereas the Hoover is, it just straight up and down. That's it. So I mean, you can obviously get low because of the head height. They both have the function where you can either kind of like press carpet or say hardwood floor. So basically the brushes will spin if you say you're on carpet, and then you can also stop the brush from spinning. That's what the control panel looks like on the Bissell. You can press that little button that looks like a brush to stop the thing from spinning. And then that's the one on the Hoover. It just says hardwood floor or carpet. And then you can detach it by pressing that button on the Hoover. And then once it's detached, then it's the actual hand vac. You got to cut it on. And this is what the bolt looks like. It has another on button if you decide to use it as just the vacuum itself. So we're going to cut these on and go from there. So, not sure if you can hear me, but that's what the Bissell sounds like. And that's with the power button all the way up. And I'm going to cut the brushes on now. So that's what it sounds like with the brushes on, brushes off. Alright, so I'm going to take the Hoover battery that's been charging over here for about 30 minutes at least. Snap it in. Well, I guess I have this one already on, so you can hear that's what the Hoover sounds like while it's on. Right now it's on hard floor. That's what it sounds like on carpet. So this is what it looks like, detached. That's what it sounds like. So fairly easy, to disconnect. And the same thing with the Bissell. Actually more easier because you don't have to press a button. And that's what the Bissell sounds like. The Bissell seems like it has much more of a wind up, almost like a turbo in a car. whereas the Hoover seems to, the power is there immediately as soon as you cut it on, or at least you don't hear the large wind up. But when you cut the Bissell on, you can hear the wind up. I don't think that's a big of a deal, just talking about it. One thing one advantage I definitely say the Bissell has is, it's, this one at least is geared towards pets, so it has 2 attachments to get pet hair up, and I do have pets, so that's important to me. I'm not going to do a suction, like put dust on the ground, because I'm taking one of these back. So I'm just going to have to pick as far as which one I'm going to take back, and then you'll see another video on the newer one. So I believe that's it. The Hoover seems to be stiffer, not as flexible when it comes to maneuverability or being able to steer. Even it does have the same, like once it's going and you press the head down to activate it. Even moving around like that, it seems much more cumbersome than the Bissell does. So if you're looking for something that can get into, or if you want something that's more focused on tighter spaces, the Bissell just seems much more maneuverable, but it doesn't feel like it glides across the floor. In my opinion, it seems like it takes more effort to push along, even though it's smaller. But again, it does have that added value where you can do that right there and actually slide it under, say, a table like that because of that function. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think I made up my mind. The Hoover seems to be stronger, even though I have the pets. I guess I can buy separate attachments. The Hoover is just from what I was able to hear and using my hand, it seems like it has a stronger suction. So that's the one I'm going to go with.